So I just want to get something out of the way. And like I normally just record things on my computer, but in this case, I'm going to record it on my phone. So there are cases where people accuse people of stolen valor, which in most cases, stolen valor is actually, you know, is actually legit. People will falsely dress up as a soldier or claim something that they did in the military, but they never were a part of the military. However, there are people that were in the military, but they were falsely accused of stolen valor. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because I recently had a friend who was accused of stolen valor, who was accused of not being in the Army for being 31 years old at the time of enlistment. This person stated, "You were never in the Army because you were 31, which is too old to be in the Army." Well, first of all, you have to be 42. The max is 42 to join the Army. Some people say it's 42 for prior service. No, you can actually join at 42. Even then, you can still get a waiver to join. That's the Army. The Marines, I think, is 35. Actually, I think the Marines are 32, something like that. Like they're a little younger than the Army. As for prior service, I know in some cases, if you are private service, you can join sometime after 42. But even then, this person states like the weapons you're showing in your picture, they're not military weapons, those are props, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is someone accusing me. This is someone accusing someone, one of my friends, right? So they accuse my friend of taking a picture of a 50 caliber weapon of him standing next to it. Now, first of all, my friend is kind of an idiot for taking pictures of these weapons while holding them, because you're not really supposed to do that, but there are a lot of people in the military that have done it. I've done it where I took pictures of myself with weapons in my hand. But this person states, those are props and that's a background, that's a green screen. You were not in Iraq, that's a green screen. And this is something that I've noticed lately, that people just can't tell the difference between reality and fiction. So people are having a hard time differing from green screen versus reality. And so this person accuses my friend of not being in the Army, that the background is green screen, that the weapons were props. Well, I went on that social media chat and I told this person harassing my friend, no, here's a picture of us in the Army together. That is not a prop, that is a 50 caliber weapon, which, you know, there are a lot of weapons that do look like props, and realistically in Hollywood, they can make fake weapons look real. It's not that hard to make it look realistic. So, and then there was this issue a couple of years ago. I remember this, he was like a 60-year-old veteran of the Vietnam War, and he was wearing his veteran outfit, and someone else in the military accused that person of being stolen valor and beat him up a little bit. Well, it turns out that the person that he beat up, that he accused of stolen valor, that guy was in the Marines. So I understand when you accuse someone of stolen valor, I understand that it is a big deal. Also, I think it is illegal to pretend to be a soldier or to lie about it. So I understand where people are coming from, especially veterans. I'm a veteran. You know, I get pissed off when I find people that are fake. But you shouldn't always judge a book by its cover, because the military uniform has changed drastically throughout the years, especially from the Vietnam War all the way to Iraq. Now, this stupid motherfucker, the person that accused my friend of not being in the military, constantly stated, see, that's not a Marine uniform. You were never in the Marines. And my friend kept telling him, I was never in the Marines. I was in the Army. That's clearly an Army uniform. The Marines are completely different. And this entire time, my friend being accused, the guy kept repeating like something Marines, you're not a Marine, blah, blah, blah. I was never a Marine. I never said I was in the Marines. I was in the Army, clearly. But thankfully, you had at least 100 different people from the military come to my friend's defense saying, no, that is an Army uniform. You can enlist at 42. Those are real weapons. That's not a green screen. And apparently this person got butthurt because my friend made fun of his job description at one time. Okay, so this person is overly sensitive, right? When someone makes fun of you, you're gonna try to do something like accuse them of stolen valor. It just shows me there's a lot of pussies in this world. There's a lot of fucking pussies, right? That if people ridicule you, you have to resort to being a kiddie behavior. And they're just fucking idiots in the world. And the thing is, half this half the things this person said to my buddy of mine, he could have fixed himself just by doing a simple Google search. A Google search of the age of the military, Google search on Iraq, Google search on different weapons the military uses. He could have even checked my friend's profile and checked his profile of his other friends who were also in the military, finding out, oh, his buddies are also in the Army. This is obviously not fake shit, right? So, like I said, I understand where people are coming from. You don't want stolen valor. Stolen valor is something that pisses me off personally, and people that do that should get called out for. However, people need to at least think about things logically. Like, if you see someone wearing a uniform that you think is stolen valor, make sure you know what you're talking about, because the uniform has changed throughout the years, especially for Vietnam. Like I said, that Marine got accused of being stolen valor when he actually was a Marine. And my friend got accused of not being in the Army because of his age, because of the supposed fake pictures. Again, just people just these days can't tell a fake photo from a real photo. And when it comes to weapons, some weapons, especially fake weapons, they look realistic. That's the point of making a movie in Hollywood. You want to make a realistic looking movie, at least in most cases, unless we're talking about the Transformer movie, but that's a different story. So in the end of it, though, as this guy was accusing my friend of stolen valor, he was going to report him of being stolen valor, but luckily me and a couple other people came to my friend's defense and stopped that guy and made him look like an idiot. And this guy was spreading photos of my friend all over the internet saying, oh, look, stolen valor, blah, 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 blah. He's not in the military. But luckily, there are people that think logically. And most of them were actually in the military. And the thing is, this guy that he was accusing my friend was not even in the military. So you're not in the military, so you have no idea what you're talking about. Things change, especially if you haven't been in the military. Most civilians don't know that things change, standards change, uniforms change all the time. Like I said, if you're going to accuse someone of stolen valor, make sure you know what you're talking about, because you might look like a fucking idiot like this guy did. So luckily, my friend, he's okay. I just wanted to share that a little bit, just my little side of the story. Just, I want people that do stolen valor to be called out on their shit. But I want people that actually have served the military to be left alone. Like I said, if you see someone that you think is stolen valor, make sure you actually know what you're talking about. And if you didn't serve in the military and you're accusing someone of stolen valor, you probably should shut up, unless you had a father or mother that served in the military or a relative that served in the military, then you might know what you're talking about. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Just make sure you keep a watchful eye, be careful, and be careful of who you accuse, because you just never know. You never know until you walk into someone's shoes of like where they've been, who that person is. Everyone experiences life differently. That's just it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.